Hi, today we have with us a very interesting person who has transformed many Bollywood stars. She has helped actors like Kriti Sanon, Sanya Malhotra, Vikrant Massey, Radhika Madan, Nimrat Kaur to gain weight for their roles and then lose it too. So, without any delay, let's dive straight into this chat with celebrity nutritionist and fitness expert Jhanvi Kanakia Sanghvi. Welcome to Etimes Lifestyle. And let's start with Kriti Sanon's weight gain for her role in Mimi because that has been in the buzz lately. So, what was the diet that you had put her on, and do you think that the same diet can be followed by people who are struggling with weight gain?
See, basically, I feel for everybody. So, firstly, I'll answer the first question: is what diet she was put on. So I'm not sure if everybody know, but we didn't immediately put her on the weight gain plan because before she had to start gaining weight for the movie, we firstly got her body ready for that whole weight gain because from eating an X number of calories, one can't jump to a certain amount. Your body also can't take so much of food at one time. You have to develop that person's appetite. She has to nurture it in a way where she can eat more at the same time without feeling too stuffed or too full. So it was a long process, especially for somebody like Kriti, because she has always been fit. She's always been the way she is right from the beginning, and she's always also struggled with gaining weight. She's never she could never gain weight that easily. In fact, she lost weight much faster than gaining weight. So firstly, we had to work on the core issues with terms of her metabolic rate is what we had to work on, because she's extremely high on her metabolic rate. Her metabolism is really high. So we started including making her meals gradually. We started adding more meals for her. We started giving her a few desserts after breakfast, lunch and dinner. But of course, every day wasn't a cheat meal, or it wasn't like you're going all out with a lot of cakes or pastries or chocolates, because that's not the kind of sugar or the kind of fat that I wanted to give her. I wanted her to have all the good quality fat. So there was a lot of ghee. There were a lot of Indian sweets, like we did a lot of rasgulla. She loved all Bengali sweets. So rasgullas was like something that was a part of her diet. Also kulfis and all the shiras and stuff. The homemade stuff or whatever is not just off the counter is what we were kind of wanting her to eat, because this wasn't just for 10 days or 20 days or 30 days or 1 month. This was something that she would have to be for at least 4 to 5 months through the whole prep of the movie, and also when she was on shoot and while she was shooting. So I think September, October was the time we started gradually getting her on the weight gain. And she started shooting from Feb for Mimi, and it was almost, I think, 3 months that it took us to get her to gain those 15 kilos. And the first month was tough, which was expected, because initially nothing showed on her body, because Kriti is also very tall. And initial 5-6 kilos or 7 kilos that she gained didn't show much on her body type. It's only after she crossed that 8-9 kilo mark is when she started looking like little fuller, and suiting the role that she had to play of a mother, because she also had to look like a pregnant mother. And during pregnancy is also the time where women are kind of they are glowing. They don't look. This is also the time where you look the best. Like, at least from experience and both my pregnancies, I've seen that during pregnancy, your face is glowing because you're also eating the right stuff. So she also had to look that way, and I feel that was that was also a challenge, keeping in mind that she also puts on a little fat on the face as well. Not, the fat distribution should also be correct. And she had to obviously stop working out, only because her body is in a very high metabolic zone at all times. So the minute she would start working out, she would lose weight. Or even when she had to take up any dance performance for any award shows, even if she would do 2 3 days of dancing and she would lose all the weight. So we didn't want that to happen, because then for her body it would have been like, you're gaining weight, losing weight at the same time. It has to be somewhere, it can't just, your body can't have a jerky way of gaining or losing. It has to be stable. And that was the whole aim of planning her diet, was that whatever she does, she gradually reaches a point where her appetite improves and it comes to her naturally. So her diet was, I think, what everybody would want to eat. Everything, whatever you say was on her plan, but the focus was to include more of home meals and lesser of anything which was packaged, processed, or anything from, like just off the counter, because we wanted to keep it as natural as possible for her. That's why it also got easier for her to lose the weight back again. Mm-hmm. But she obviously did indulge in a few burgers and pizzas and all of that here and there, which was also, I think, a part of her regular diet. Kriti has never really diet before she started this. So because she never needed to, she's the way she is.
Right, right. You just touched upon this topic, and that's what I want to ask you next. That do you see any challenges associated with, it's a part of their profession, but do you see any challenges associated with this sudden weight gain and then weight loss? The body must be taking some sort of beating. So what do you have to say about that?
I feel every process has to be gradual, whether it is weight gain or whether it is weight loss. So even for a weight gain process, ideally she had to start gaining weight just 2 months before the time that she started shooting for the movie. That's what was the initial plan. But I did explain to the director and everybody else that it's important that we even give time to the weight gain, because your body can't just gain weight essay. You'll eat and go immediately it starts showing on the body. That's not how it works. It's a whole mechanism, it's a whole functioning, and you can't just it's not like khaya or immediately it starts showing. It's the same way with anyone wanting to lose weight. You can't just get on a plan and expect that you will lose 7 kgs or 6 kgs in 3 weeks or whatever, because it's something very drastic, and anything which is drastic will always have some kind of after effect on the body. Right. It has to be a gradual process. We have to allow the body to function naturally in every form, because then that's when it starts affecting your hormonal cycle, it starts affecting your mood, everything, because our body just doesn't function in just one way. That it's a whole complex process that our body goes through. So I don't think, I also, whether it was with Nimrat as well, when she had to gain weight for her upcoming movie, we did take enough time for that. That's something I always ask actors to buy more time, whether it's to gain weight or to lose weight, especially after a weight gain, because you're gaining weight which is against your natural body type, and then you're also losing that weight back again. So it's not, it is important that it happens gradually. Only then your hormones and everything stay stable without any, and that's what we had kept a check with Kriti as well. We were constantly making sure that all our hormones, everything is under control, and we're doing our blood work and all of that, so that there is no harm that we're also causing to our body, and that's not what we wanted. So the whole process, I feel, has to be gradual. One has to be very patient. Nothing comes to us easy, neither weight gain nor weight loss. I have worked with a lot of clients even before all of these with weight gain, where there is definitely a lot more struggle for them to gain weight, because some people are born genetically in a way where their metabolic rate is extremely high, and you have to work towards not just putting on weight in terms of total body weight, but you also work on your muscle weight, your bone weight, and your body fat. The whole body fat distribution has to be correct. You can't just gain weight maybe just from your belly and the rest of the face and everything looks the way it is. That's not, and that's the same way with weight loss. If it happens gradually, then you look as healthy, and when the weight gain happens gradually, it looks beautiful on you. And I think that's what it looked on Kriti. She looked really beautiful in the movie with all I mean, whoever seen the movie has told me that she really looked like a pregnant woman in the movie with that whole
And she
glow.
was glowing.
And
Absolutely.
glow. I mean, every time we would see her, we would feel like, oh wow, you're looking so good. And when she also went through the weight loss process, she wanted to retain at least, the little bit of body fat. I mean, the little bit of face fat that she had gained, because she was really looking good with that change. And also it's also because she had a lot of good quality fat. Like I said, ghee was a very important part of her diet. Like she wasn't somebody who loved ghee at all, but she had made that change, and she included a lot of things which were natural sources of fat, like the coconut malai, or fresh coconut. We had added all these good quality fats to our diet through different ways, hidden stores of that. Yeah.
So, Jhanvi, of all the celebrities that you have helped gain weight and lose weight, uh, was there anyone who was, the process was slightly more complex, and with some, it was far easier?
I think for everybody it was a different process altogether. I think it started actually with Sanya and Radhika for a movie Pataka, which was couple of years back, where they had to gain weight because they had to play a certain part in the first half of the movie where they were young girls, and in the second half they were shown as mothers. Somehow mothers have always been shown as like these really not really healthy or not really skinny mothers. But because obviously they were shown as they were playing the roles of these village girls, so you have to also look a certain character. And I think they had a little shorter period of time, because they had to complete a certain schedule within a fixed period of time. So that for them it was a challenge, because the same thing which happened with Kriti. Initially when you start gaining weight, it doesn't show on your body immediately, because the body for the first 2-3 weeks will resist this kind of eating, because with Sanya and Radhika, both they were working with me even before they gained weight. So their body was very used to eating healthy. And when you have like 2-3 weeks of eating eating beyond what you are supposed to eat, or consuming much more calories, the body always resists because it has that initial memory of a healthier diet. That initially took them a while to gain weight, and they had very less time. I think the actual weight gain for them happened in the last 2 weeks, where they if you would see them before those 3 weeks, they wouldn't look like zara bhi wasn't bada, even though on the scale they had gained about 4-5 kilos. But the last 2 weeks when they gained those the rest of the weight is when they started looking their character. So I think everybody's body is very different, and the whole, I think also all the directors have been very, very considerate, I feel, also about the actors, that they have put somebody on board to take care that they're nutritionally very sane when they're even gaining weight. Usually one wants to maybe consult a nutritionist when you want to lose weight, but also it's important that when you want to gain weight, especially for people like actors, where they constantly have to juggle with their roles, it's very important that they gain weight also in a healthier way, where it doesn't affect their body in any form, and that's what my focus has been on, that firstly it should be something that even I would want to do, or would I want to do something like that. So we've always been very clean with even the weight gain, never put them on any kind of pills or anything to kind of look bloated and stuff, because the best way is to do it naturally, in both forms. So I think with everybody it has been a different kind of challenge with Vikrant also, because Vikrant has worked all his life to gain weight. So even that weight that he had to gain for Chapak, because he was playing a role opposite Deepika, was tough. It was definitely very tough for him. I think it was probably the toughest for him from anybody else. With Nimrat, I think because we had more time, it was a nice gradual process. And again, she is also looking beautiful in the movie. I mean, her skin and everything has is glowing. I don't want to say much because the movie isn't out yet, but she's really looking beautiful. So I feel challenges have been different for everybody, for all of them, because for even it's a personal challenge also, right? I mean, in this world where everybody wants to look thin and skinny and healthy and all of that, not many actors are even ready to take up a role of gaining weight or looking 15 kilos older. I mean 15 kilos more or some years older. So I think all of these actors have been really versatile and brave enough to take up such a challenge.
Great. Thank you so much, Jhanvi, for taking out time and for sharing such useful information. Thank you so much.